Hello,
Hi.
friends.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hi,
Good
Michelle.
morning. Hello, Miss Natasha.
How are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I am wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So good to be here with you.
We are going to have an amazing
Oh,
time.
we will. Lots to talk about. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
Awesome.
Hello, my friends. Jump on and say hi. Welcome, my brilliant
Hello,
guest,
everybody.
Natasha.
Hi, everyone.
Hello,
Welcome.
Miss Tabby. Hello, Michelle.
I am just going to spread this love, Michelle. Let us do this.
Yes. All right.
Hi, everybody. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning. Good
Hello.
morning.
We
Well,
already
it's
have
good
a gal on
afternoon in my world.
Natasha.
It's good
We have
afternoon
another
in my world.
Natasha.
I'll keep saying
It's
good
funny we
morning
have
and good
Michelle.
afternoon.
Michelle's and Natasha's here. That's so funny. Cynthia,
Hello,
how are
everyone.
you? Mandy, hello in Louisiana. All right. Make sure when you jump on, you're telling us where you're from and which company you are with. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Miss Bobby, how are you? Oh my goodness, this is going to be an amazing webinar. I'm so
It
excited.
will. It sure will. I'm so excited. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hello.
Good
Thank
morning.
you so much for having me.
Yes. Oh, thank you for being here. Everybody, welcome my good friend Natasha. Everybody say
Hello.
hello. Hey, Miss Mandy. Hey, Miss Faye. Hey, Miss Lori. Cincy in the house. Hello, Miss Terry. Hello, Shanta. How are you? Lori, how are you? Vanessa, good morning. Patty, Miss Tanya, Christina, good morning.
Awesome. There we are.
Awesome. DC in the house, not too far from you.
Hello, everybody. Good
Mandy.
afternoon. It's good afternoon in my world, so I'm gonna keep saying good
Yeah,
afternoon, good morning,
I'll say good morning. She'll say good afternoon.
right?
We'll get everybody covered.
Posting.
Hello, Vonetta. Hello, Miss Jessica.
Hello from Georgia. Hello, my Papa sisters. Well, I'm not a Papa sister anymore, but I still consider you guys a Papa sister.
We still share the love, don't we?
We still share the love. I have a lot of love for my Papa sisters.
Good morning, Miss Sarah. Hello, Beth. Ooh, we got Pink Zebra in the house.
Hello,
Very
Miss
fun.
Lawrence. How are you, my love? Hey, Beth. Hey, Sarah. How are you guys? Hello, Jess. How are you? Welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Hello, Edwina. Hello, Patricia.
Miss
How are
Louise.
you, Vanetta?
Brooklyn's in the house. All right. My family is in Brooklyn. I just came from Brooklyn last Sunday.
Miss Amanda, how are you? Ah, in Indiana. Awesome. Hello, Miss Lori. Tanya, how are you, gorgeous? All right, when you hop on,
Hi, Tanya. How are you? Good morning. Good afternoon. I'm going to keep saying good morning and good afternoon,
there we
okay?
go.
Because it's
Yes,
good afternoon
absolutely.
in my world.
I love it. All right, my friends. So when you jump on, make sure you comment #queen. Now, do you have an example of your queen t-shirt?
Yes, I'm actually
Yes.
wearing
Okay.
one. Hello.
Oh, there we
I am
go.
wearing one.
Natasha has the most amazing queen t-shirts.
These are
We're
my
going to
t-shirt
give
line.
away 4 t-shirts today. You'll get to pick your size. How many different colors do they come in?
Oh, these are in 7 different colors.
Ooh, okay. All right. So I'm purchasing them from Natasha to share with you, but you have to help us get the word out. So you share this to your profile, share it to groups with other people in small businesses. If you're a boutique owner, share it in groups with other boutique owners. Help us get the word out. Okay. And then you comment revolution. You can also tag 5-10 people below. That also counts because a lot of times they'll come watch it. Sometimes they'll catch the replay if they're not available right now. So make sure that you do that. And we'll be giving away those 4 t-shirts at the end. You do have to be present to win. Make sure you are present to win. That is super, super important. So don't go away. We're going to be sharing lots of awesome information and doing some Q&A. It's going to be amazing. Eleanor, awesome. Make sure you comment revolution, my friends. Facebook likes that word better. Any of you that are going live and you're encouraging your people to help you get the word out, make sure you have your own unique word. Use the SH word a little less and find your own unique words, okay? All right, Diane, how are you? Ms. Baker, how are you? And make sure you've commented #Queen to get my goodies. You've got September images. You got a September goal setting sheet. You have also got my 10 tips on how to boost your algorithms in 10 minutes. All right, lots of fun stuff. So everybody help me welcome my beautiful, amazing, brilliant friend, Miss Natasha Lal DeFreitas. Super excited to have her here. She is from Boston. She owns her own boutique. Now, when you comment #Queen, you're going to get a message from us. In that message, there'll be a button that says connect to our guest, and it will give you her Facebook page link. You can go over and check out all her amazing products. You can see her awesome lives. You can see her in all her brilliance. We want you to go stalk her. Do not message her for free business advice. That is not okay. Okay. She's giving her, she's going to be with us about 90 minutes today. Oh, we've got trolls on today. Do not click on any of those links that you don't see put on there except from Creative Success Systems. Okay, y'all have seen trolls. You guys got this. Don't click on anything that's not from us, okay? Porter will get rid of them here in a hot second and delete those.
Okay.
All right. So we are going to have so much fun. We're going to share this amazing journey that Natasha has had. Her and I have worked together on and off for a couple of years. But oh my goodness, in her last kind of 6-8 months, she's had some amazing growth. And so she has been with paparazzi in the past. She's moved over to having her own boutique. She's not anti-paparazzi or anything like that.
No.
You do you. Yeah.
I know. No, I
no
know.
bad feelings.
No.
She left on her own, and it was before all the drama happened, if y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So she started her own boutique, and we're going to share with you her story of in January of 2022. And I've put images of her screenshots of her PayPal account on my business page. You can see them. She was at $4,000 in January. She was at 38 in May. But this month, what did you hit in July?
I am 45,000 right now. 45,800
for August. I mean, sorry, 45,000.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't have a screenshot of this last month, but in May she hit 38. So we're going to tell you her story, some of the things that we've used to help her get there. It's going to be so exciting. Okay.
Awesome.
So everybody, I want you to shower Miss Natasha with love and welcome her. Hit the hearts. Okay. Welcome her. Make sure you share this out as far and wide as you can. Lots and lots of people need this information. Okay. And I'm going to double check that it got shared to your business page.
Yeah, please. And also, Michelle, are you seeing me okay on my computer? I am frozen, but on my other screens, I'm okay. So I'm
No, you're moving. You look good for me.
Perfect.
That's weird. You can hit refresh and see if that.
All right, I'm just going to hit it refresh if that changes anything. All right. Just in the picture, it's frozen, but other than that, I can see myself moving everywhere else. I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Moving.
I'm moving
oh well.
Yeah. It works.
All right.
Hey, Miss Hill, how are you? Hi, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I know I shared it to my personal page. I wasn't sure if I did it to my business page.
Okay, I'll share it because I have access to your business page, so I can do that.
Well, it is for paparazzi. Let's put it this way. I believe that if you're a business
Hello.
owner, the information will help you. It doesn't matter what business aspect you're in. I actually
Also
was a
counts for
paparazzi
black people
consultant,
so much
and
as
so I left paparazzi not because of bad feelings or because of I got like let go or anything. I just had to make a decision about my business, which I am going to touch on in a little bit. But no, I mean, if you're a paparazzi consultant, any business owner, the information that is going to be shared is geared to help business owners. And as an entrepreneur and as a young woman, my goal as a business owner and as a woman to be able to go out of Facebook and travel and within Facebook and just share how I was able to become basically from paycheck to paycheck to
yeah.
having and becoming a six and seven figure earner in my business. And I accomplished this goal in 8 months of me making a decision. So if I
Yes.
can do that, anybody can do that.
This is this is very, very, very pertinent, great information for paparazzi consultants. What we
Yes.
share will help a paparazzi business
Any business.
and truck culture and Pink Zebra, lots of businesses. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you, Brenda. You're awesome, lady. I appreciate that so much. Okay, we're gonna step back in history or back in time just a little bit. Natasha's gonna tell you a little bit about where her beginnings are from, where she was born, a little bit about her life. I think these things I'm personally a huge fan. We need a movie about your life. Like seriously, Natasha, that would be amazing. So I love inspirational, motivational movies. Those are my favorite. I'm really boring. I'm not a fantasy person. I'm sorry. I think y'all should love it if you love it. I'm not a Harry Potter fan or Star Wars or any of that. I love
Neither
to
am I.
hear the stories or yeah, of people who overcame something hard. And
Mhm.
Natasha has had her share of hard, and now she very much relies on God, and she's seen some good miracles in her life, but she had some hard to start out with. So she's going to share with us a little bit about where she's from and where things started. You guys, this is such a riveting story, so I'm excited for you to hear this. As you're listening, please keep sharing and tagging people, and make sure you've commented #Queen. Natasha, go ahead and share with us a little bit about your background, my friend.
Sure. Well, first, I want to say thank you, Michelle, for having me. I want to thank all our guests. There's 97 of you right now. Keep sharing the live. But I want to say thanks to God because it's because of Him and my faith is what has brought me to where I am. So I want to start this live by just saying thank you to Him and just asking for His presence and His Holy Spirit that whatever information and whatever guidance that is being guided, that it would be done through Him. And so my name is Natasha DeFreitas. DeFreitas is my married name now. Lal is my middle name, which is my family name from my mom. I was born in the Caribbean, so I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. At the age of 12, my mom moved us from Trinidad to Grenada. While in Trinidad, my life had been a very difficult one. So we were raised into a little bit of abused and a lot of just moving around and stuff like that. So my father was an alcoholic. He was very abusive to my mom. Eventually my mom ran away. I had to leave school at 8, so I grew up without a lot of education, meaning that I didn't have the opportunity to go to elementary school and finish and then get into going to high school and deciding whether or not I wanted to go to college. So at a very young age, that opportunity was taken away from me, not by my choice, but of course, circumstances. Being a young child, I was born in to an Indian mother from a Hindu background, and my father was African American. So, if you know culture, that was not acceptable in my mother's family. So, as children, there were 6 of us, myself being the second and the first in girls. We were treated with a lot of racism, and we weren't allowed to be with my other family, so we were only with my father's family. And when the separation happened, of course, we were kids. I had to leave school. My brother was 8 months old at the time. For 3 years, to cut a long story short, we didn't know where my mom was. So we ended up at the end of the day living with an 82-year-old aunt. And that's, I guess, the best memory of my childhood that I have is living with her. So I had to be a parent at 8 years old. I had to leave school. I had to provide for my siblings that was younger. And through that, of course, being a young girl living in a village with an older lady, in a poor environment, not having any money or anything, we were taken advantage of a lot. And I went through a lot of abuse, mentally, physically, and sexually as a young woman. So that was a lot to overcome. Eventually, my mom came back, and when she did come back, she got married to my stepfather. She had a son. That's my sixth sibling, my last brother. And at the age of 12 is when she moved us to Grenada. Well, he was really no better than my father. So that was another set of abuse that I had to go through. From him, it was really just horrific. Again, he kept me out of school. I had to stay home. I was cleaning, I was cooking, I was taking care of my siblings. And, when it's time for him to do whatever, then that just brought a lot of rift in between my relationship with my mom and him. Of course, my mom, I believe, coming from, I don't want to speak too much on her behalf, but the way I looked at it as, because my dad was so abusive and now this guy came to him, to her, he was that angel, and it was our word against his word kind of thing. And he would really like abuse me a lot to prove to my mom that he wasn't doing what I was saying he was doing. So at the age of 15, I made a conscious decision to leave my mother's house and go off on my own. It was scary, but the way I looked at it, I was already on my own. So I just moved out of the house because I was not going to put up with that abuse anymore. So I went to the police station. I asked to speak to a female police officer, and we talked, and I told her what was happening. I said I didn't want to get anybody into trouble, but if the police were to come and look for me, that I did not want to go back to my mother's house. I just wanted, so I got a good friend of mine. We were working together as teenagers, and I started living with them, and my life journey just started from there.
It's hard not to cry.
It is very hard.
Natasha,
I'm gonna try not to cry myself.
I I don't always like the word survivor. To me, you're a thriver. I mean, I'm making up my own words here. You've definitely gone from surviving to thriving now, and your heart and your forgiveness and the way that you see life is incredible. Can you give her like lots of love, send her lots of hearts? Sometimes I wish we could hear you guys' thoughts and what
Yeah.
is on your heart when we share stories. I just hope you share lots of love. I'm sure there are little parts of this that you relate to in some way. None of your lives are easy, but hopefully you're getting some inspiration from what she's managed to accomplish. When did you end up coming to the United States? How did that transition happen?
So I moved out on my own. I came here to the United States in 2005, and when I going through my obstacles at home, I ended up getting married. At a young age, I was married to somebody that was 14 years older than me. That's where I had my beautiful children, James and Sharice. I bumped around. I sent myself back to school for a little while. Then he started cheating, and I ended up with the kids by myself. I've tried different things, but of course, when you're struggling with your education and not knowing how to get around, and you don't have your parents to shape you into what life should be for you as a young lady and what you should expect. So not only did I have that part of my life taken away from school, but I also didn't have it from my parents. So I was like this little wave. It's like whatever life hit me, I just moved around. And the one constant thing in my life, I believe, was my faith. At a very young age, I always figured, because I was going through so much pain and life was so horrific, I would always find myself in these little corners, and I would look up at the sky, and I would sit always by water or on a rock somewhere, and I would just look up at the sky with tears in my eyes, and I would be like, how could life be so painful when I see other people around me so happy and with their mother and their father? And as a young girl, like I can feel like I know there's love somewhere, but I just don't know how to get it and what it's supposed to feel like, because what I'm feeling is the opposite of that. And
Yeah.
so I ended up, looking for love in all the wrong places because not having that guidance and that structure. And so I got married. He was 15 years older than me. We had the kids. He started cheating when my daughter was 2 weeks old. I left and I moved back and I left the kids with my mom. I used to look at a lot of Oprah shows, and Oprah would always talk about education, and she would talk about building dreams for people and that you can overcome. And what resonate with me is the fact that she was raped at a very young age. And so I started following her and listening, and she would always be a source of encouragement to me, along with gospel music. And so one day, when my son was, I believe my daughter was 12 years old, I put my mom sit down and I decided that I was just going to move away. I figured if I wanted to change my life, if I wanted to make something not only for myself now, but for my children, and I certainly didn't want my children to grow up and be 25 or 28 and not have that educational background that they were supposed to have. So I just made a conscious decision, and I put my mom sit down and their father at the time and told them that I was going to move to the United States. To be honest with you, I just knew that I was going to move here. I was going to get my papers. I was going to do everything legal, and that I would put faith in God that He would show me and give me the direction of what I wanted to do. And I just put that in prayer, and that's what I did. So I've been in the United States now for going on 19 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. And your children are in the United States
Yeah,
too with you.
yeah, we're all citizens here. I brought them 5 years after I came. It took me that long to get their paperwork. They came in and went right into school. I did get remarried to my second husband, which is Mr. DeFreitas, where my last name came from. Right after the kids moved here, about a year. Of course, integrating a step family is very hard, especially culture-wise. Um,
Yeah.
we got married and we were separated after 4 years of marriage. We were separated for 4 years. That was brutal. Then the kids came and they were in a new environment and they were retaliating in the worst way possible. And I had two teenagers, and I am a foreigner in this country. I had no family here. So it was a huge challenge on me, on top of which I was fighting my own battles. I was fighting my own struggles and working towards making and figuring out a life for myself as well. Um, and then eventually, Noel and I, after 4 years, we got back together. We didn't get remarried. We did get re-engaged, but we've been back together now 8 years. The kids are 24 and 25 now. My daughter is in New Jersey, and my son, he didn't want to go to college, so he's in cars. He loves cars, so he's been working. I have one granddaughter, and they are doing awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. One thing, and I know you're very honest and vulnerable about this,
Yes.
um, because of her lack of education, and this is the thing, you all, whether it's you or your children are seeing this, Natasha is incredibly intelligent, but didn't have a lot of access to actual education.
Yeah.
And it's always an uphill battle with reading for you, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I struggled a lot with reading over the years. It's always been a struggle of mine, because of course I didn't have that elementary schooling and
Mhm.
getting into that, so I didn't get the opportunity. So I didn't know very much how to sound my words out. I didn't know how to structure a sentence properly. I didn't know where you put a full stop or an apostrophe or any of that stuff, and I had to, over the years, teach myself. Then I started going to different classes. I became a full-time nursing assistant. I passed my state test, but I had to keep pushing myself. I had to keep believing that I could do this, and eventually I became a better reader. I'm reading all the time now. The one thing that I do struggle with, and if you look at my platform, you will hear me say that publicly on my platform all the time, and I say that to you openly all the time, it's that I struggle with people's name. It's hard for me to just look at something and just be able to pronounce it. It kind of like just it's like an instant shock. Okay, what do I do here? And that's because the nervousness is not that I don't know it, it's just the nervousness that I may say the wrong thing, because that confidence was not always in there. I had to work on that. So because I've been working on it for all these years by myself, it's like, okay, I know it's right, but do I know it's right? So I tend to second guess myself a little bit. But I mean, right now I am in such in a much better place educational wise. The only thing I struggle with is my reading, but it has been a real journey with my education. Even when I first met you the first time, I told you that, I am a visual learner. So if you
Mhm.
tell me to do something, or you send me a link to do something and I don't know what I'm doing, it's very frustrating for me. It's
Yeah.
not that I wouldn't work towards it, but if I don't understand it, and sometimes I stumble on words and I don't know what it means, then I may not know what to do with it. Um, I downloaded an app, and so what I do with this app is, I would, if I'm not sure about a word, even in my studies with my books now about business or anything else, I would type in the word and I would read up the meaning of the word, and then it will all make sense to me and I can finish up with whatever I'm
Mhm.
doing. So I still do struggle with some of it. The biggest of it is the names.
Yeah. And I have a little bit dyslexia. I struggle even with names too.
Yeah,
It's hard.
yeah,
Um, the one thing though about Natasha, I have to tell you, she is so self-educated. She finds programs, she finds apps, she finds books. She is constantly fighting to become, and that's the thing. I love that word, become who she wants to be. She doesn't make excuses. She knows her limits. She knows her strengths. And then she finds ways to work with them or work around them or find people that can support her in the areas that she's not naturally strong at or hasn't, you know, found a way to educate herself in. She's always looking for people and books and stuff. And I think that's one of the ways I also have got to where I'm at, is that even though I technically have a degree in economics, it didn't teach me anything about social media. Social media didn't exist when I was in
no,
college. Self-educating yourself and choosing to invest in yourself, because some of the things that you do cost a little bit of money, some more than others, right? Depending on what it is. She just doesn't wait for it to happen. She doesn't wait for it to come to her. Um, she's a fighter, and and she'll explain to you what she can and can't do. And then those around her, because they see her working so hard, we do everything we can to support her in the areas that are more of a struggle. And I'm sure some of you, like, I do numbers really fast in my head, and some of you freeze on numbers. I don't spell or do grammar great either. But I hope you realize that no matter what your strengths and weaknesses are, you can accomplish great things. Okay. That's
Mhm.
what I want you to get out of this. You can accomplish amazing things no matter what your current strengths or weaknesses are. And you can make some of your weaknesses become strengths.
Yeah.
Okay. So important to understand.
Mhm.
Um, Natasha's amazing. Okay. I hope if you haven't yet, welcome everyone. We've had a bunch of people jump on since we've started having Natasha share her story. First of all, everybody, welcome Natasha. Thank you so
Welcome.
much for your
Thank
time
you.
and
Hi,
being here.
everyone.
And if you haven't yet, please share this out on your timeline and groups with other business owners. Make sure you tag a couple people. Then comment revolution. We're going to be giving away 4 and Natasha's Queen shirts. And we want to make sure that you get an opportunity to win one of those by sharing this out. Okay. Also, make sure you comment #Queen. When you do that, it sends you a message from my business page. It says Creative Success Systems. That's going to give you the link to her page and all my freebies for today. Okay. So give us lots of hearts if you've been inspired already with Natasha's story. Okay. All right. So she's had this abusive childhood. She had another crazy situation with a husband. She moves herself to the US. She becomes a nursing assistant. When did you decide to become a business owner? Was paparazzi your first business self-employment opportunity that you had, or did you do something before paparazzi?
No, actually, back home, I got involved in a security company. I liked working in security, so I did have a little
Oh.
security company back home. And I actually, again, at that time, I struggled even more with reading, and financially, it was a whiff, right?
Mhm.
And because I didn't, it was very anything. I have to say, anything that I have put myself into doing, it has been successful, and I did it great in the sense that when it comes to the ability and the willpower where I always got stuck,
Work
it was
ethic.
financially. I couldn't support myself financially. And you couldn't
Mm.
really go to a bank with a zero account and say, hey, can you lend me $40,000? I have this dream. Yeah, they'll shut the door in your face real quick, which is which is what happened to me a lot, right? So
Yep.
no, paparazzi was not my first business. However, I always wanted to be in business. I always had the initiative to work for myself. I love people. I love fashion. I have been in
Mhm.
fashion years ago, and so I wanted to get back into that. I love jewelry and I love dressing people. Let me warn you guys now, I am not the flashy dresser. I'm a very simple, casual, sophisticated young woman, but I will send you out in a storm. Okay. I will send you out fly and running. Okay. When
Right.
people see you, yes. All right. I'm great at that. So, I came up with paparazzi because at my job, I was going through a lot of racism at my job. I was a
Oh,
nursing
wow.
assistant at a hospital, and after my childhood, it was the first time that I've experienced this at such a high level. It was really bad. I mean, garbage on my desk, reporting me every 2 seconds. I think I was the only one that went to human resources every week, even in the height of COVID. After I've put 10 people in a body bag, I was going and being dragged to human resources because you didn't say good morning to somebody or you didn't walk the right way or it was just all kinds of stuff that didn't make sense. And also at that
Wow.
time, Noel and I were going through a little bit of a struggle. So I had, not having any family here, not having any close friends, any all of the friends that I were acquainted with were his friends, and I really didn't fit into that circle very well. So it was always a little bit of a rift between us, and it created a lot of friction between me and Noel as well. And so I felt like the world was just beating me up. So I was going through my financial stuff. I was going through that stuff at work. I was a little bit separated from my kids at the time because of all the stuff that happened. And so I didn't know, like, and when I get like that, I shut down, and everything kind of goes, KY for
Yeah.
me. And I let go of spiritual, I let go of friends, I just let go, and I get enclosed into myself. So
Sure.
I was in a really dark place. And of course, coming out of COVID, in my job, I was putting people in body bags. I was crying with people. I didn't have anybody to say to me, hey, how are you doing? My husband
Mhm.
at that time wasn't thinking about that stuff. So, we were pulling and tugging a little bit. And then one night I was just thinking of something, the kids were grown. I'm like, I got to do something that's going to make me happy. And I wanted to figure out what that was. At first I thought it would be cosmetology. And so when I was
Ooh,
at work, I
that's
was always in a corner by myself. I would get on the computer when I'm not in the room with a patient, and I would look up stuff on YouTube. I'm either reading something or I'm learning something about makeup, and I was researching actually a concealer and a
mm,
foundation, and paparazzi came up, and I was like, whoa, and I saw all these jewelry, and the wooden ones just had me at hello, and I'm like, are these things $5? And what is this? And I think that was around 1 o'clock in the morning. I looked at that and researched that for
mm.
weeks after that. It was like my
Wow.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's all I read about was paparazzi. Then I started getting on Facebook and I started researching it and looking at live shows and everything. I'm like, oh, I think I can do this. So I got into it. I got into it in 2019. I found Siki. I found her on, I used to follow her on Instagram with her makeup. And so it was easy when I found out that she herself was a recent paparazzi consultant as well. And so I
Ah,
tried to figure out if I can do it on my own. And then I figured out really quickly you got to sign up under somebody. And, I learned all the pyramids of it and figured out how it's going to work before I got into it. And then I made
right.
a decision. I invested $99. Of course, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So, as a nursing assistant, I'm going to be very honest with you. I work 40 hours a week. And if I wanted more money than $420, after taxes, I had to work 70 hours and 60 hours, right? So that was
Wow.
basically the paycheck that I had to work with every week for about 4 years. And then, of course, doing another job on the side. And now I'm getting into paparazzi, right? So I went on vacation in 2019. While I was on vacation, I signed up and everything. And I came back and I started paparazzi right away. I have to say I did really well in paparazzi in the sense that I was selling the product and people were
Mhm.
supporting me. It was new for me on Facebook.
Right.
It was like I got thrown into a world that I really didn't know because it forced me. A lot of people made fun of me because I couldn't say some of their names. A lot of people bullied me on there because I was a foreigner in the way that I would speak or the way I would explain the jewelry. It was different. Um, some of that came from inside the foundation itself, and that
Oh.
started affecting me. And so I gradually kind of stepped back from doing the live and I slowed down for a little bit. And still going through what I was going through, I was advising other people because I'm very good with business. So I was advising
Mhm.
people about business and I would watch them be successful while I was drowning myself. And this is just cutting the
Um,
story short so we can get to the point. If not, we'll be here all
yeah,
day.
go for
And
it.
I was drowning myself. I was drowning financially. I was drowning emotionally. I was drowning physically. I got lost somewhere along all of those things happening to me. And I reached out to the one person that I didn't even think I would reach out to is my sister. And my sister was one of those people that I would advise. And this woman opened 3 businesses in 1 year. And I'm like, well, why am I advising her? And I'm struggling. How is this working?
Right.
And so I had to figure out a few things. Well, I started working on the inside out. I started focusing on my spirituality. That was the first thing I tapped into was my
Mhm.
spirituality. I started forgetting about husbands and kids and aunties and uncles and I started just focusing on my spirituality and building myself back up. Okay. And once I started doing that, my sister and I made a path with each other that we were going to start studying. We started recognizing things from, of course, you have to go back to the childhood a little bit because there are things in there that you want to deal with that maybe you haven't dealt with or you thought you dealt with it. And so I had to do a lot of self searching. I had already done the forgiveness and dealing with what happened to me in my past. Now, this was basically me getting into who I wanted to be and understanding me
Wow.
at the age that I was, which at the time was 43, I believe. 43,
Okay.
44, right? And so I started reading and stuff. So that's when I signed up into paparazzi. I once reached out to you. I
Mhm.
tried working with you, and that's our first encounter. I couldn't
Yep.
afford at the time that I struggled with even making my payment to you, and that made me so sad. And I remember on my
We
last,
worked together for a while.
yeah,
Yeah, we
I
were.
told you, I said, don't give up on me because I'm gonna come back to you. And I started setting goals there and then. The first decision I had to make was to tap back into my faith, and then I started putting that first. When I started putting that first, and a beautiful friend of mine who was a customer of mine in paparazzi became a very good friend. She was the person that helped me to realize that when I was in my faith, when I was putting God first, when I was reading my Bible, Michelle, it's only then that things in life started making sense. That's when I was the happiest. And that's when I wake up every day and I had a purpose. And so I have to say, maybe God put her in my life for that 1 year for a reason, because shortly
That's
after that,
amazing.
she died, which was really hard for me. So she passed away a couple of years.
Oh, I'm
And
so
so
sorry.
I kept with it. I kept focusing. I kept all our conversations. I kept up with my spirituality. Then my sister started helping me. The first book that my sister started me on in my journey with my business is this book right here, As a Man Thinketh. And one of the
Oh,
things that I needed to learn throughout my life, and now I'm learning it at 45 and 44 and 43, is I had to change my thinking in order for my life
mhm.
to change. So I had to change myself within in order for my circumstances and whatever was around me to change instead of working
Wow.
around the other way. Okay, so I had to reverse that. And once I started doing that, then here comes paparazzi. Um, Did paparazzi for about a year and a half, decided that that's not what I wanted to do. I came out of it in 2020 November, and I was going to sign back up because all of my customers wanted me to do it again, but I said no. I wanted to do my boutique, so I started to do my boutique. So in November of this year, the boutique will be 2 years old, and it just all
Amazing.
fell from there.
And she has, her journey is amazing. And the thing, one of her strengths is that she doesn't expect it to happen tomorrow. Like her boutique has been growing for 2 years, right?
Mhm,
Paparazzi, and she did great things in paparazzi.
mhm,
Um, Unfortunately, she had a couple circumstances, but she didn't have an issue with the company or the product. Okay. Um, and I love the stepping stones. I was with 3 different direct sales companies. Now I have the pleasure of coaching. These are all stepping stones to getting us to where we want to be. And some of you are going to go big with paparazzi. Some of you are going to go big with chat culture. Some of you might shift to something totally different. But take the things you learn and help them propel you to your next goals. And
mhm,
Natasha's so right. I tell people all the time, I can't outcoach your fear. And fear is the opposite of faith, right? When
mhm,
you have faith and you're using prayer or law of attraction, whichever you prefer to call it, your mindset attracts more than skill. Then
mhm,
you add some skill and technology to that mindset
mhm.
and amazing things happen. And
Yeah.
that's where we're at today now,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
now
And
you,
two, I mean, if I had to give anybody a great advice, is that you have to first work within yourself. You have to understand what is your purpose. Anybody can become anything they want to be. And the one thing that we do have to understand is we were created by the most powerful being in the universe, and he put
Mhm.
us on this earth to be successful. And yes, our circumstances may make it feel or make it look, and it may take years. It took me 40 something years to realize that I am a child of God. I belong to him. So while I grew up without a father or a mother, and I struggled financially and I didn't have an education, the minute I found out and realized who I was and who I belonged to, my whole interim, my whole understanding or perspective of my life changed. And then I was like, okay, well, if I'm not supposed to be going through this, then why am I going through this? So I started challenging that. I'm like, okay, so I know what the opposite of pain is. Now I want to know what it's good. So I had to make some sacrifices. So one of the first sacrifices that I made was to leave paparazzi because I wanted to do my boutique. And the only reason I left paparazzi
Mhm.
is because I had to remember that I talked to you guys about that low income. So I'm still on that low income because in
Right.
paparazzi, I didn't start building up any money yet. And I didn't know how to save my money either. So I started reading books. The book that helped me to save my money and how to go about that is this book here. You Were Born Rich. It's a very simple book. It's very easy to understand. But this book is what helped me to start saving 10% of my earnings. So I started saving 10%
Mm.
of my earnings. But I had to first structure everything that I wanted to do. And the first person I had to structure was me. Okay. Now, when I had to do paparazzi and do the boutique, I had to make a decision. If I can do paparazzi and do the boutique, would that be reasonable financially? Would I drown myself trying to do that? Because you had to buy jewelry from paparazzi every day, right? And I was selling so much jewelry at the time that all of my money was just investing. And that's what you would do the first 2 years of your business, is just keep investing, and it would look like you're not making any money, but when you look at your investments, then you'll see, yes, I'm making the money, but I got to invest in my business. Okay. So
Right.
I made a healthy decision that I was going to leave paparazzi and I was going to do my boutique full time based on what I wanted to do. I wanted to coordinate my jewelry. I wanted to do different types of jewelry. I wanted to launch my eyewear. I wanted to do my t shirt. And when I'm dressing my models on a live show, I want to be able to coordinate my jewelry with an outfit for my customers,
Mm.
like I was in a fashion show. Okay, so I want to show them how they can wear the product that they're buying and different options that they can do. I couldn't do that with paparazzi because you would get into trouble if you, and I couldn't manage two business financially. I couldn't do it with a full-time job, and I couldn't do it with a husband to come home to every single day. So it just was not a reasonable thing for me to do. So I decided to go with the boutique. I made that decision in July of 2020, and I just went hardcore. Mind you, I am still on that 425 salary every week. I had a car that I was paying almost $800 for every month. So my
Wow.
car was $500. I bought that car for myself after all of my struggles, and I got my citizenship here. My gift to myself was that car. Okay, I love that car,
Oh,
but that car was taking away half of my income, which was creating a lot of problems in my marriage, in my home, because I wasn't able to meet my other financial responsibilities. And so one day I prayed about it again while I'm reading and I'm structuring myself and I'm learning and I'm praying. I put it in prayer and I asked God for directions on what to do. And we have to learn when we're given directions, we have to understand when we're giving directions and follow those directions, right? So
mm-hmm.
I had to give up the car. So for 2 years, I was working with Nissan. I wanted them to take the car back, lower the rate because of my income. They wouldn't. I had to make a sacrifice and I just dropped the car back. Is it going to hurt me in the long run? Yes. But it's something that I needed to do. And then I went and I got myself a car that I can pay $12,000 for. I'm paying 200 and something dollars every month. It worked well for me. So everything in the car was 1 week of my salary. My car payment, my gas for my car, everything that I needed to do, it took me to work. It worked fine. Everything worked out fine. Now I started saving. I started saving 1 week of my salary instead of having to put a whole 800 and something dollars into one
Uh,
aspect. And then I took that 1 week of my salary and I started investing in my business, started investing. Mind you, with all of that structure, I'm saving 10% all the time because now I'm reading this book and I'm outlining stuff that I need to do and I'm doing it. So it's teaching me about myself, it's teaching me about my mindset, and it's teaching me how to structure and save and build a healthy business. And so that's what I started doing. So I did that. And then after I did that, I just started investing. Mind you, I
mhm.
had a PayPal when I started paparazzi, and I kept with PayPal. And PayPal looked at your history and they can see the jump from one point to the other. And then I just
Mhm.
started investing. I started doing pre-orders. I built Lal's boutique on doing my pre-orders. My customers, everything about my customers is my business. My customers are my world. They are my priority. They are my everything. When it comes to my customers, whether it's dealing with them on the phone, whether it's wrapping up their orders, whether it's getting their shipping out in a timely manner, how I respond to them when they have a problem, I make myself open and vulnerable to them because without my customers, I don't have a business. I have
Right.
so many loyal followers who followed me through this journey that are in awe right now because they have seen me through my struggles. And now they're looking at me having an interview today. They're looking at me going to fashion shows. I'm about to shoot with one of the biggest artists. They're going to be featuring my eyewear in a couple of weeks. I'm going to Louisiana for another fashion show. I'm in another fashion show again in October. So they're looking at me doing all of these things. But at the end of the day, if my customers do not shop with me, and if I don't take care of them, they wouldn't stay. I wouldn't be as successful as I am today. So this is how I look at it when it comes to my structuring myself in my business. Customer service, Noel and I both agree, it's number one in our company. I accept everyone. I do not accept everything. So if you come to my live, people will hear from the interim. If you like drama, if you swear, if you are impatient, then maybe I'm not the platform to you. I tell people take it to the left. And I don't mean it in a rude way. I am just very serious about what I'm doing. And so when I pray for my customers, because I'm a God-fearing woman and because of my faith, I know that God will bring me the right people. So what I do is I love on those people and I love them from a very genuine place. The one thing that I have throughout my struggle is love. I always believed, and maybe God designed me that way because it was never given to me. And so I appreciate it, I understand it, and I surround my life by it. I live by it. I absolutely love, love, love all my customers. I cherish them and I respect them. But my customers know when it comes to me and my business, I do not play around, you know? And
Yeah.
so I just kept structuring myself. After I sold the car and I started building up my customer relationship, I quickly realized, okay, so I'm at $4,000, I'm at $2,000, I'm at $1,200. I'm sending out 12 packages, 24 packages. Now I want to send, oh, I can't wait for the day when I can send out 100 packages. So I started structuring my business. I got my EIN number, I registered my business, I changed the name. I changed my online store. See, in everything that you do, if you listen, I'm investing little by little. I'm investing in the little things
Yeah.
to get me to where I
Steps.
need to be. And
Lots of
so my next goal by January of this year was to get to you. And I remember when I texted you and I said, "Hey, Michelle, I'm ready to work with you again. Can we set up an appointment?" I clearly, and I'll tell you, through my journey between paparazzi and getting to Lal's boutique and not having the money that I needed to afford you, because I call you, I refer to you as the guru of what you do because you are amazing at what you do. Okay,
Thank
this woman
you.
is amazing at what she does. You just got to follow instructions sometimes if you want to be successful, right? So, my next goal after that was just about building up my life. And how can I build up my life? How can I get my
Mhm.
notification? Well, again, back to my education, I am not very, I wouldn't say not smart, but I'm not very good with the back end of Facebook. I'm not very good with the social media stuff. But Michelle is. So I said, okay, now Michelle comes into play. Michelle's program is usually 4 months or 6 months. I have hired Michelle for a year. Okay. When Michelle met me, my live was at number 20 for viewers. That's about the
20
highest,
viewers.
20, 24, 25. And this is
Yep.
in January, February, and March. Okay. And I would tell Michelle, Michelle, I want the live to grow. And she said, Natasha, just let me do, and I started working with her. My live is right now at 150 viewers. And within an hour or 4 hours of me going live, I will have 100 people on there. I went from being a $4,000 earner to now a month I am at 45,000. And if I wasn't sick in July and I didn't have my surgery in July, I would have been at 60,000 right now. That was
Mhm.
my goal. So my goal at the end of the year is to be at $60,000 a month in my business. I have not been at my job since May of this year. I have just been working right here. So as I structure myself, and mind you, I didn't stop the studying, I didn't stop the meditation, I didn't stop getting up and getting dressed for work. So it's just, it's so much. People think it's just about buying the product and selling the product. You can buy the product if you don't put yourself into what you're wanting to do and make the sacrifices that you have to make. You can buy the product, but the product is not going to sell itself. You have to
Yeah.
want to do that, and you have to have a plan in how you're going to do that and what it is you want to gain from it. So, like my favorite thing that Oprah always says when I listen to her inspirational talks is, what is your intentions when it comes to your business, whatever that business is, whether it's paparazzi, whether you're doing a boutique, whether you're a hairdresser, whether you're a nail tech, whether you, what is it that you want to accomplish, and how do you want to accomplish it, and in what space of time? So I had set goals for every single thing that I did in my business,
Mhm.
including hiring Michelle. So when I hired Michelle to teach me mini chat and send out Facebook notifications and run my ads and stuff, I wanted to be at 100 viewers at the end of the year. Um,
Mhm.
I was at 150 viewers in April, and it has never stopped since. Okay. To the point where, being that I've been sending out my ads and doing all my mini chats and all of that stuff, I got recognized by one of the biggest fashion show in Atlanta's Fashion Week. And so I was able to attend. And my business and my entrepreneurship just started growing and growing and growing. With all of that said, is my dedication and my understanding of what my limits and my goals are, and working with them, and whatever was a limit to me or whatever I struggled with, I would, there isn't anything I always tell people right now, I'm in college. I never went to college, but trust and believe I feel like I'm in college because
Right.
my sister is my accountability partner. I surround myself with people that are like-minded like me, and then I started working on myself. I'm still working on it's work every single day because I have 45 years or 46 years. I'm 46 right now of things that I need to change. Thinking and circumstances makes us believe that we can't accomplish or we can't do or we have to be in a box. Well, I got to understand and I totally live in that space now. No thank you, I can do anything that I wanted to do. So everything that was taken away from me as a child and as a young
Mm-hmm.
woman at 46, I am giving it to myself by the grace of God, and it is only by him, through him, and with him that I can do what I'm doing. So fast forward, here we are. I've been working with you for the past since January of
Right.
this year,
Mm-hmm.
and here we are.
Might have
I
been
am
technically
I
February,
am
but yeah.
almost and I never say this publicly, but I'm going to say it publicly just because I want you guys to understand it's not just about making money, it's about you as an individual, and you have to love what you do. So I love on people. I love people. My customers can feel my love through my live shows every
Absolutely.
single day. When I wrap their gifts or their packages, they can feel my love and my intentions when it comes to that. It's just so much with your customer service is going to be your biggest challenge, okay? Because you're on social media, so you're gonna meet people from all walks of life. People are gonna challenge you. Life is gonna challenge you. I've had a lot of challenges. Let me tell you something. I've had the closest person to me sleeps with me every day, says to me, well, what do you think you're going to accomplish? You don't have any money. You say you have a business. Where's the money? Well, I don't hear that anymore, but it never stopped me from doing what I have. I'm not trying to be funny. It's just real. We're going to
True.
find challenges, and the challenges that we're going to find are the people that are closest to us. This is when we have to make a decision. If this is your dream, this is in your head. It's not in my husband's head. It's not in my kid's head. It's not in my uncle, my nana, and my whoever. It's not in their head. It's in my head. So the only person that can make this dream come true and understand and know what you can really gain from it is you. It's me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I found my dream. I found my passion, and I've been going ever since. I shut everything else out and I just focused. There's one
Mm-hmm.
person that's by my side. I always say he's in front of me, he's on the side of me, and he's behind me. And that's my Heavenly Father. He's the one person I know for sure that I can depend on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I structured myself accordingly. So after hiring you, I was able to hire an accountant. I hired an accountant in March, and right now I'm almost at $200,000 in sales. Again, if I didn't get sick in July, I would have hit that 200,000 mark already. But because I've been traveling so much and I was sick for almost 2 weeks, I couldn't do my life completely. I just had major surgery the 1st of July. Um, that's why I haven't gotten to there. But I study a lot. I write my goals. I have goals for every week. I have goals for every month. I
Mm-hmm.
have goals for the
She
next
does.
3 months. I have goals for 6 months, and I have goal to the end of the year. I know what I'm going to be doing in 2025. You set goals because God says the sky is the limit, and whatever a person work towards, as long as it is right and upright in His eyes, He's going to bless it, and that's what I am
Yep.
doing. That was a lot,
You
but I hope
you
I hope
guys
you
shower
understand it.
Natasha with lots of love for sharing her energy with you, for sharing her experience. We are going to talk about actually what we've done.
Mhm,
We're gonna give you some ideas of how you can work with me.
mhm,
And here's the thing: I want you, before we go into that, I want you to take a minute. I pray that you have a piece of paper in front of you that you're ready to take notes, or can jump into an app on your phone. My friends, when I talk to people and they're asking me for their help, okay, I cannot tell you how often I ask them. Natasha's telling you, I have a goal for everything. I have a goal for my weekly sales, my monthly sales, the end of year, different steps I'm going to take. She had a goal to hire me in January, okay? My friends, when I talk to you, you need to know what you want, okay? I'm going to ask you, if you want to talk to me about working with me like I work with Natasha, I'm going to ask you, what are your monthly goals for now until the end of the year, right? We're down to the last 4 months. Tomorrow starts September, starts the holiday season. This is an amazing time to start doing something different. I will ask you, what are your monthly sales goals? I want you to write them down right now. If you tell me, I'm going to be honest with you. If you tell me, I don't know, just do more than I am now, I'm not going to take you very seriously. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have to, it's very asking you shall receive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And if you can't ask for it, if you're not quite in that place, you need to, just like Natasha talked about, you kind of need to work on that relationship you have with whatever you call your higher being. Okay. It's not about calling him God or being Christian or a certain religion.
No.
It's about knowing there's someone that loves you more than anyone else. And just like Natasha says, in front of you, on each side, and behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to be able to ask for what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not necessarily, it's not always asking that person we hope we can trust, whether it's parent, spouse, whatever. It's something bigger than that. Okay. And you can truly see, I personally call them miracles. You can see amazing things happen. And when you ask for that, there are people waiting to meet you. Do you understand that? I would bet some of you here are like, I was meant to hear Natasha today. I was meant to meet her. I needed to hear her story. You were meant to hear this today. And there's someone waiting to meet you. You are going to inspire somebody else yourself. There are people waiting to meet you. And when you minimize yourself and when you don't go for your goals, there's someone who's not going to have your inspiration for them. And it's really important to understand that. When you go live on Facebook, no matter what you're selling, it's not just about what you're selling. It's about the relationship and the connection you're making with people. Okay. So own that. How much you want in sales a month. Now, Natasha's gone month to month to month going up. Okay. You can't jump for 500 to 5,000 in 1 month. Okay.
No.
It's, and it doesn't look like this. It's not just double, double, double. It's like kind of slow and then it pitches.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to be willing to do the consistent stuff that doesn't look like it's growing things and have faith in the process. And you can see awesome things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look what Patricia says. We have lots of good comments I haven't been able to post up. It says, you are giving me goosebumps, Natasha. I'm learning so much from you. Thank you, Natasha. And not forgetting you, Michelle. You're both awesome.
Oh, thank you. I'm working towards not reading the comments because I'm all teary-eyed right now. And let me just say this, guys. I know I have been where you are. I have reached out to people. People are gonna shut doors in your face. I have opened up myself to a lot of people. I have traveled, and I'm still going to and continue to travel the country to help women with my story, because our story can always help someone else, and I want to be able to help people. I ask God to bless me every day with good things, but most importantly with knowledge and a heart of love and courage, because with that is how you're going to reach people. One of my motto in my business is that I love people, I make money, and money works for me. So I was afraid to use money. I mean, I am playing with money that I have never had my entire life. And I am like, what is happening? What do I do with this? This morning I went to the bank and I was able to send some money from my mom, and when I told my mom the money I sent, she started to cry because she couldn't believe that I was able to send her that kind of money. But when we do things, we have to do it with great intentions, and we have to understand that when we start setting goals for ourselves, when we start wanting to walk away from the stigma of where people tell us we need to be, or life tells us, oh, this is who you're gonna be, and you say, oh, no, 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 my father tells me that I am different and I can accomplish anything, because guess what? I have his support. Life is just our circumstances. It is not who I was. So me being raped, me being abused, me being beaten, me being not sent to school, me not having an education, me not being able to read as I travel and read a poster, that was not me. That was my circumstances. And so I walked my way my entire life, just kept walking away from that circumstances to where I am today. And one of the most important thing that I want to do for my career is not just to make money and enjoy having a great life. I want to be able to help people around the world, especially women that have been abused, women that have struggled financially, women that are just going through it with family or friends or husbands or whoever. At the end of the day, you cannot lose who you are as a human being. Anytime you do that, then you're losing. If you
Yeah.
wake up every day, you're a winner. And that's the
Right.
attitude that I want you to wake up with. So, where I used to go to bed crying every night about not being able to pay my bills, even though I'm going through struggles, and mind you, I still struggle, I still go through my little bit, I don't call them struggles. I just call them, these are the little obstacles that I have to go through to get to where I'm going to be. Because you are going to find those. But our attitude and how you deal with those little adversities as they
Adversities.
come
Hmm.
along is what is going to make you stronger. And I want you to also celebrate every single little accomplishment that you make, because that is what is going to build the confidence in you that, hey, I am doing
Amen.
this. Now,
Yep.
you have to be able to structure yourself. And I'll tell you this right now. I had to change a lot of things about me personally. For one thing, I had to learn how to deal with negativity that was going on in my circle. Okay, I had to weed out a lot of people because there'll be a lot of naysayers in your ear. Why are you doing this?
Right.
You can't do this. Who do you think you are? Oh, no, 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 no. You're the poor girl that stayed over there that didn't have food to eat and walk with no shoes. So you need to stay there. No, you don't. Okay, no,
Right.
you don't. So what I do is I hold on to that little girl and I talk to her and I say, hey, 46 years later, you are just fine and you are doing this. But I had to structure myself. I had to study. I had to set goals. I had to write them down. I don't watch TV anymore. I don't watch shows with killing, because your mind is your temple. And what you feed your mind is what is going to come down here. Because when we think that we are not paying attention, our subconscious is paying
Mhm.
attention. Everything that we put into us every day and everything that we think every day, it gets buried in there. And eventually, that is what is going to come out. So if you want good,
Mhm.
I heard this a lot in paparazzi, but I didn't understand it at the time. And I didn't have anybody to help me understand it because nobody wanted to help you at the time. Okay.
Mm.
So when what you put into your life, what you speak into your life is what is going to come out. I speak glory. I speak God's presence. I speak love. I speak peace. I speak joy. I wake up every single day now, and instead of worrying, I pray and I thank God. The first thing I say as I my eyes open and I can hear myself thinking is I quickly change my thought and I said, "Thank you, Lord. I am here for another day." Whatever happened yesterday is yesterday. You do not bring yesterday into today. You're structuring today for what today is going to be. You have 24 hours in today. What is that 24 hours going to be like for you? What do you want to
Yeah.
accomplish? I wake up every day now ready for business. With Michelle, I meet with her every day. Doing the mini chat, I invested. I pay Michelle every month. For a year, she's going to be working with me, and I see us working beyond a year because
Yeah.
that is what I had to do to get me to where I wanted to be. I couldn't do $45,000 without hiring this woman. I can't do accounting by myself, so I had to hire an accountant. I can't travel and come and do a live. I had to, in order for me to make money, how am I going to make the money? I have a
Right.
list here of goals that I want to do, and I stick it right here every day. They said, make your vision, take your vision and write it down and make it public, and
Yeah.
so God can read it. Let it be in the atmosphere that this is what you want. Everything that you do or will do going forward, and I hope this will help a lot of you, is you have to structure yourself and you have to be your biggest champion. I never go into anything that I'm doing now and doubt myself, because if I'm doubting myself, I'm doubting God. If I doubt Michelle,
Love
I'm
that.
doubting God. If I doubt the process that Michelle goes through with me and how she's structuring me to do my lives and all of that stuff, then I'm doubting God. Every single thing that I do, I invest and I believe 100% in myself. Okay, because I have
Yep.
faith that God will see me through. All right.
Let's share with them some stuff that God has blessed us with to
Yeah.
help your business.
Yeah.
Let's talk about mini chat and ads a little bit.
Sure.
Okay. So I need you to tell me how much you're averaging in sales per month right now. Okay.
Mhm.
How much are your total sales? Not how much are you making, not PV, but like actual. You do $500 in sales a month. You do $6,000 in sales a month. You do 10,000. Let us know your numbers, because Natasha, I made a point of explaining it right up here. It says $4,000 to 4,000 to 40K. Okay.
Mhm.
We have different programs to get you to different levels. And
Mhm.
she's talked to you extensively about customer service
Mhm.
and loving. She used the word loving, and I use that all the time. You got to love on your customers, love on your customers, love on your customers. And actually, we have a way to teach you how to do that helps your algorithms
Mhm.
and gets a lot more people on your live. And we have lots of success stories with that.
Mhm.
So there's a program to help you get to that $4,000 first. Okay. That is not about ads or many chat. That is about using algorithms, meeting people, and learning how to make Facebook work for you. Okay. So we're going to explain that program to those of you that are under the 4,000 mark. Those of you that are $2,000 plus, that is when we suggest you start adding some systems we call ManyChat, ManyChat, ManyChat. If you got a notice today, just comment the word text. If you got a text message from me today saying, hey, I'm live, come join us. Okay. So using systems like ManyChat to send out notifications that you're live, send out notifications they have new products available. And then we added to that using Facebook ads.
Mhm.
I have a very specific way to get in front of a unique group of people. Okay. For any of you that have ever been taught to do ads, okay, what I have found is every single company, whether it's Chat Culture, paparazzi, whatever it might be, somebody starts running ads and then everybody starts doing the exact same thing, and that backfires. Okay. Let me explain to you just a teeny bit about Facebook ads. Facebook ads, there is a certain group of people you select. It's called an audience. Okay. And the audience is what makes the biggest difference. Yes, we have to have a visual, and yes, we have to have wording, but who that gets put in front of is what makes the big difference. A little example, Chat Culture, a bunch of gals learned how to do ads. They all targeted basically to people who watch DIY crafting shows like Michael's, those kind of things. So all those people were targeting the exact same people. And on Facebook, it's called an auction, meaning that you an auction, you bid up. I'm like, no, I want to get in front of them. I want to get in front of them. I want to get in front of them. And when you use exact same audience, you are all trying to outbid each other. And so it gets more and more expensive to get in front of the same people. So I do something totally different. I take your customer base, and there's this way that I teach you when you work with me how to make what's called the lookalike audience. And we tell Facebook, go find more people like the people I've already sold to. So then you start overlapping with all the other people in paparazzi, all the other people in Chat Culture, all the other people that have boutiques. Facebook will go find unique people similar to the ones who bought from you before. And with that, it's absolutely changed. Everybody who works with me who switched from doing the ads that, were taught by some consultant in the company with good intentions, they figured something hard out, but then everybody's bidding against each other. And we take that customer list and make a unique audience. Then you're not fighting against all the other consultants in the company. So between these two things together, because the ad brings people into ManyChat, well, then gives us more people to then say, hey, I'm live. and then we grow this momentum. Okay. And that's what creates that domino or that snowball effect. Okay. The more people we have in ManyChat to let them know about your live, the more people show up to your live, the more people share, the more people that are there, they comment on the live, gets them into ManyChat. We now have more people to send the live notice to, and it cycles. Okay. So we want to help you create that snowball effect. Some of you are at a ball this size. Okay. Some of you are just like getting that ball ready to throw it at somebody. Some of you are making the big ball at the bottom of the snowman. Okay. And depending on where you're at, depends on what makes sense. Now, here's the thing. Okay. I could tell you all sign up for ManyChat and ads. I see people that sell Facebook ads classes, and it doesn't matter where you're at in sales. They're like, yeah, buy my, $5,000 program or whatever. And I just like, oh, okay. You guys, I have too much integrity to tell you all that you should do the exact same thing. I know what that will do, how overwhelmed you'll get, what doesn't help. So I'm here to help you make the next right step. Okay. So if you're ready to take the next right step for you, I want you to comment step. Okay. I love you too, girl. Okay. I want you to comment step. And when you comment step, I need you to put your company name and how much you do in sales a month. Step, company name, how much you do in sales a month. I want to make sure each one of you knows exactly what to do next. Okay. The word step, your company name, and how much you do in sales right now a month. Please don't inflate it. Well, I was doing $3,000 in sales last year. No, how much did you do in sales on average the last 3 months? Okay. That's where we're going to go from to build you up. All right. All right. Awesome. Okay. So those of you that are at 2,000 in sales or more a month, okay, you are going to want to start considering adding ManyChat and Facebook ads to your game plan. Okay. Natasha and I work together one-on-one. There's a couple of reasons why we work on one-on-one together. Okay. The first time we worked one-on-one together, there were two main reasons. One, because she was working a gajillion hours at her nursing assistant job. And the other reason was because of her learning style, she knew doing it in a group was not going to be great, and we needed to do it one-on-one. Okay. Those were the first two reasons. Now, the next reason has been because she wants to go as fast as she can. The more you work directly with me and work one-on-one with me, the faster I can help you grow. Okay. So there's both a class style and a one-on-one style to help you with your ManyChat and with your ads. Okay. Sometimes I have somebody who's at $2,000 a month in sales and they're working a full-time job and they have more money than time. Sometimes I have people that are working paparazzi or a boutique or chocolatier full-time. And you know what? That's all they do, but they're only at 2,000 right now and they have more time than money. Okay. Does that make sense? So I want you to think about your circumstances and I want you to think, do I have more money than time or more time than money? Okay. So I'm going to tell you about the program for ManyChat. If you want more of the group setting, this is the less expensive option. Working with me one-on-one. Okay. It's a 10-week program. We work together every week for 30 minutes. A lot of people like Natasha choose to hire me for a lot longer past the 10 weeks because I help you continue to make adjustments as Facebook changes, as ManyChat changes. We keep running more ads. Some people stick with me for a long time. Lots of people do. But we first start out with a 10-week commitment. Okay. So if you are interested in the one-on-one commitment with me, what I want you to do is comment #MC. So that's when you have more either money than time. You're at $4,000 to $5,000 in sales a month. those kind of things. Okay. So that, just so you know, it is a commitment. There is a payment program or a one-time payment, but I do want to have a one-on-one conversation with you about that, because sometimes I get to decide who it is a good fit for. Okay. All right. So comment MC one-on-one if you want to talk to me about the one-on-one program. MC one-on-one. Okay. All right. Those of you that are more interested in the class style. Okay. I forgot to put the price here. Okay. This is going to be an 8-week class. You're going to have videos to watch on your own. And then you're going to have 8 weeks that you can come and get what we call group support. I'll be on Zoom. You can pop on Zoom. It's going to be at 12:30 Eastern every Tuesday for an hour, and you can jump on and come ask me questions. Okay. I watched this video. I did this. I got this set up. If you need to troubleshoot something, if you have an idea of something you want to build, create, what I do is I build your ManyChat account for you. So then you just have to learn how to connect things, turn things on, and make things happen. Okay. Natasha, would you ever wanted to build a ManyChat by yourself?
No. No. I wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't know what to do. And here's what a lot of you are going to think, and I don't want you to think this, and I'm going to come, I'm a straight shooter, so I'm going to tell you straight out. It may seem like, or people may say, oh, well, this was just a money thing. It's not a money thing. When you talk about my success, I'm here to share my success with you. And a lot of people ask me, well, how do I go from where I am to where you are? This is the sacrifices that I've had to make. And these are the things on social media that is going to help your live shows to bloom and to get you from $4,000 to $40,000 or $45,000, whatever is your goal. So in anything business wise, you cannot look at your business, oh, that's money that I can afford. I didn't look at it this way. I knew that hiring Michelle, I had a goal, remember? And I knew in order for me to get to that goal, I had to hire Michelle. That was the only person I knew at that time that does what she does. And I call her the guru at what she does for a reason, because she's really good at it. I didn't understand it too much in the beginning, but when I got to understanding and researching social media and what needs to be done, I didn't know half of those things. So how am I going to get that stuff done? And how do I run an empire the way I'm running an empire and do all of these things by myself? Right? So that was a lot to do. So the sacrifice in all of this is to join that program and do it. And I worked myself to that point. So don't worry about the money. And if you have the money, if you want to be successful, I'm going to tell you right now, you want to be where I am. This is how I got there. I'm telling you how I got to where I am. This is not a sales pitch for her to get business, because trust me, she do well in business. This is about me wanting to help other business owners to get to where I am. You guys asked me to help you and show you the way. These are the directions in which you have to go to be successful at your business.
Okay. So you can take the ManyChat ads class. It's like I said, you're going to get a whole bunch of recorded videos so you can go back and watch them. You don't ever lose access to those. Okay. But you do have 8 weeks in a row that you can come and get support from us. We know when you start doing things, and ManyChat and ads, they can be things that you sometimes have to troubleshoot. Okay. And sometimes you're not sure how to troubleshoot them on your own. I've done more troubleshooting that I wish I had, but there's things I can fix a lot faster than you can if you're brand new. Okay. And so this is something I'm going to teach you, that secret to the ads, to creating that audience. Okay. This is amazing. We're going to help you create that audience that gets you in front of brand new people that are going to bring more customers like the ones you have now. And it's cheaper than doing the one, like I said, there's somebody in your company. Y'all have done this. Every single company has a person who ran an ad, had some success, and y'all do it the exact same way, and y'all target the exact same people. You have to learn how to not do that. We're going to get you out of that.
Outside the box. It's called stepping outside the box.
Yep. And then we're going to help you build that mini chat account. So you let people know when you're live. You let them know when you have new products. You talk to them while you're live. There's even a recruiting script in there if you're with a company that has a recruiting program. Natasha, she's a boutique, so she's not recruiting anyone. So that's not in her bot. We do what makes sense for you. Okay. I'm going to tell you, this is awesome. We have really good programs for paparazzi and chat culture right now. If you are a different company than that, I would love to talk to you to better understand exactly how yours works and what you want to see happen. I want to make sure I can help you as much as I want to help you. Okay. So if you're a different company than that and you're at over $4,000 in sales a month, just comment your name, like, Michelle, I want to do mini chat. I'm with this company. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Just comment that. Porter's going to write down your name, and I'm going to make sure we have a conversation about exactly what I would do for you. But chocolate and paparazzi and boutiques, those I've got a really good flowing system for. Okay. You ready to step outside that box, Michelle? I am so glad. Okay. So I'm going to put this link back up. Now, the first 6 people who buy this mini chat class right now, I'm going to give you my free recruiting program. Okay. My Recruiting 101 is an amazing program. Most of my awards I earned with my companies when I was in the direct sales industry were recruiting awards. It's a $247 program. You're going to get that for free today when you get signed up, whether you pay the 1 payment or the 4 payments. Okay. So it's $597 or 4 payments of $167. Now I want you to think about that for a minute. $597. Some of you had a little sticker shock. She went from 4,000 to 40,000. Okay. You guys, $600 is nothing compared to how much more she's making. Okay. Yep. You got to realize it's an investment. You spend $1 to get $10 back, $1 to get $100 back. Okay. If you want to do the one-on-one, it's going to be more than that. If you can't afford then $597, you're not going to want to do the one-on-one either. Okay. But you might need to work on your algorithms instead. So grab that link, get signed up. The first 6 people who sign up for the class style will get my Recruiting 101. It's a $247 program for free. Okay. All right. So those of you that aren't at the 2,000 plus mark, okay, I want to talk to you about our 25 Live Club. So there, Latria, some other gals have been chiming in. Our 25 Live Club is all about teaching you how to love on people in a way that helps Facebook get you in front of more people. Okay. Everything that Natasha's been talking about. We got to love on people, right, Natasha?
Yes. Yeah.
We got to make them feel important.
Yes. Your
And
customer
so,
service.
yeah, we teach you all kind of things. One of my biggest things, and if you've been on a webinar with me lately, you know that I'm very big on doing your 25 messages a day. And that's not a cold message. It's nothing about product. Their kids went back to school. We tell them how cute their kids are and ask them how excited they were about going back to school. They move. We ask them how their move went, what their favorite thing about their new house is. It's just about making them feel important. Okay. Another thing we teach is a live check-in. Natasha, tell them how much your people love our live check-in.
Oh, it's actually really nice because it's really nice trivia questions, and I will get over maybe 200 comments on it. The minute it's posted, everybody starts commenting. And what I do is I just give away 5 pieces. So if I do 4 live shows a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Central Time to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And so Michelle and I have those going out each day before every one of my lives, or we'll choose 2 or 3 of them that we want to do them, and we'll do them that way. And it's been really, really wonderful. I've been a little bit busy, so sometimes I get busy and I can't keep up with all of them because it's a lot of name writing to put everybody in a bucket. But if I don't do it that way, then I'll give it away in a different way. But it's really been amazing, the live check-in, and it keeps the rotation on your business page going so people know what's going on with your business.
Yep. It keeps engagement really high. So basically, okay, the goal with the 25 Live Club It's to get you to that first goal of having 25 congruent live viewers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know that when you're at 25 live congruent viewers and you're going live anywhere from 2 to 5 times a week, you're going to be making between $3,000 and $5,000 in sales a month. Okay. I've seen that over and over again. I'm confident in those numbers. It's all about building up the algorithms to get those 25 congruent on every time you go live. Hopefully they're different people. It changes up, but 25 on average. Okay. That is huge for getting your sales up to that next level. Okay. So then you're at the 4,000 mark, and then you can start ManyChat. So in this 25 Live Club, we have like 12 different ideas to increase your algorithms, to build the engagement on your business page, which in turn gets your live number viewers up. Okay. And so this class is amazing. Okay. It's 12 weeks. You come to one class a week with me. You guys, you're going to love it. So you come to Zoom call. There's a morning and an evening one. It is the funnest group of people, okay? Because they're all working on the same goal. It's $347 or 4 payments in 97. Every person who followed the instructions I gave them in their first month were up by about $1,000 in sales. Latria, who's on here, she did $200 in sales a month or less for like 2 years in a row. And she was ready to call it quits. And you can tell me if I'm speaking out of turn, Latria. She, after her first month with me, went from $200 to $1,000 in sales a month, did $1,000 again the next month, and now is on, she's ready to do $1,500 with her third month with us. That's after doing only $200 in sales for over or less for 2 years, month after month and month in a row. 1 month with us, she went up to $1,000. Okay. We don't want you taking ManyChat until you understand how to work Facebook. Okay. It will not, ManyChat is not a magic pill. It supports the good things that you do. Okay. And if you can't get up to 25 with good customer service skills, with good algorithm understanding, ManyChat will not help you. End of story. Okay. It absolutely won't. So this is your first goal, and it's $347 or 4 payments in 97, and it pays for itself so quick. She went from $200 in sales to $1,000 in sales. That first month, the class was paid for, and everything after that is, gravy, and she's just making money. Okay. It's amazing. This class is our absolute, we love this class because of the way that it really helps people change their business quickly. And most people tell me they're spending less and smarter time on Facebook instead of more time because they actually know what to do. Okay. And that's what we get so excited about, is that this actually helps you know exactly what to do. And it used to be go live every single month, every single day for 30 days and your algorithms would go up. Nope. That's not how it works anymore. That does not work. Okay. And so we want to help you understand what to do instead. This is very, 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 very important to us, that you understand what to do instead. Okay. You have a text alert system. With ManyChat, I'm going to show you how, well, first of all, okay, here's the good news. Anybody here done the ManyChat program with me in the past? Comment the word past if you've ever done ManyChat with me before. So this is something we get to update, and we're working on updating Natasha's right now. There's actually a way you can send Facebook messages instead. They come into the bot, they agree to it, and it's free, you guys. Facebook messages are free versus text messages cost money. So we're working on getting all of Natasha's people switched over to that. And it's a new thing that Facebook has enacted that makes it so we can send Facebook messages instead of text messages. So anyone new that's starting with me, we're getting everybody to agree to getting Facebook messages instead of text messages. We still collect their phone number as a backup plan, but it's amazing. And it doesn't cost hardly anything. And the results are fantastic. So we can upload your phone numbers from your text service into ManyChat, continue to message them from ManyChat, but our goal is to get them switched over to Facebook and to use that for free. So it's really awesome. So anyone who's taken that in the past, we have an updated bot for you, okay? So if you have commented #Queen, you got to follow those instructions if you're in the past. Comment #Queen, okay? You're going to see program options. Click on that. And then you have, it's called a gallery. It shows you all the different programs we have to offer. There's one that says ManyChat Update. Click on that and we'll let you know what it takes to get your bot updated, how much it costs, and how you work with me. Okay. Yes, we are having so much fun. So we want to make sure we help you. Now, Touch of Charm Boutique, if you are on here as your business page versus your personal profile, you may have to switch to your personal profile and comment Queen for us to message you. I'm not sure it'll message a business page to business page. Just in case you're not getting the message, that might be why. Okay. But I'm telling you, we can definitely, the text alerts, everyone I've ever worked with that had text alerts, I get you way more people to message because we're going to help you do that ad in addition to your ManyChat. Okie dokie. All right. So I have an awesome update for you gals that have done ManyChat with me in the past. Okay. Make sure that you comment #Queen. When you get the message, click on program options, go in there, click on that update and send us a message. We'll get y'all hooked up. Okay. Follow those instructions. Okie dokie. All right. How did you see, Natasha? Tell them how you saw ManyChat in those ads. How did you go from 4,000 to 40,000, or actually 45? What was the difference you saw?
Well, I mean, with getting everybody to sign up and having my live notification going out, my live went from 20 viewers to now 150 something viewers. So, of course, with 20 people, and mind you, like here's the thing is, and my teaching method is a little bit different. So, I loved on those 20 people and I still love those 20 people. And when I got my 100 and something people, I love my 100 and something people. But again, you have to set goals, and getting into programs like this for a business owner, you have to want to build your business, and you have to want to know where you want to see yourself financially. So, from month to month, you set little goals for yourself. And so by me doing that, I went from 20 viewers to 100 and something viewers. Of course, that's going to change my sales mark all the time. And on top of that, I go live three to 4 days a week consistently. And so consistency is a big thing in that too. But my difference from 4,000, or let's say less than 4,000, to now $45,000 a month, if you divide that, you'd know how much I'm making a week, right? But that's
Right.
me going live 4 days consistently and investing in a program like ManyChat and sending out my ads. That's bringing new faces to my platform every single day, you know
Right.
so by doing that, that's how I was able to go from 20 to 150 something.
Yeah. And if I remember right,
Mm-hmm.
okay, tell me if you're January was 4,000, February I thought it was 78,000, or sorry, 7,800, almost 8,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was about 11,000 the next month.
No.
So you got to realize, like,
The jump.
it
So there
always
you'll
grows
see the growth.
like this,
You'll
not like
see the
this.
progress that you're making. I'll tell you exactly what it is right now.
So just, there was a question about the 25 Live Club. When you buy it, you have immediate access to the videos. And every Tuesday we have calls for the 25 Live Club. You come to the very next Tuesday call. Like, it starts as soon as you buy it. As soon as you buy it.
Yeah. So January I was at 4,000. That's when I started the program. February I went to 7,000, almost half of that. And then in March I was at 10,000. And then here's the jump, and this is when the growth started happening for me. It's in April. In April I went from 10,000 in March to $28,000, and again 38,000. If I did not have my surgery in July, I would have hit $50,000. But because I had my surgery, that kind of stepped back a little bit from my live show. And so in June, I was at 31,000. And of course, I'm back to my normal self. So July and June was a little bit of a breakdown because I was traveling, also doing fashion shows. And then back to business and feeling great, getting well and recovering. I am now at $45,000. So if you look at the growth of just the consistency of what I'm doing, and like I said, I hired Michelle not just for the duration of any of her programs. I hired her for longer than that because I have a long-term goal, and she is a part of that long-term goal. Her company and what she can do for my business was a business decision that I made for me to have the growth that I'm having right now and to be able to have the success that I'm having. Again, it's a sacrifice that you have to make, but it's a sacrifice that I was prepared to make.
You guys, I want you to think about this for a second. Today is August 31st. Tomorrow is September 1st. And then we're going to have Labor Day weekend. And then boom, what starts? Holiday shopping, right? Like instantly. The sales go up. People are home more. They're not traveling as much. They're home with their kids. I think Facebook, the way they use Facebook, like you see people use Facebook a lot in the summer because they're more like sharing their experiences in the summer. They're reconnecting with people in the fall. They're spending more time. They're watching your lives. You're part of their entertainment. They're part of, I don't know about you, but I sometimes get on Facebook when I just kind of want to check out, think about something else. You are part of their world. Okay. Mm-hmm. They're going to start reconnecting with you, and we know how to get back in front of them. Okay. The 25 Live Club, if you, here is another thing I want to tell you about the 25 Live Club. If you're seeing the same, it might be 3 viewers, 5 viewers, 10 viewers, even up to maybe 20. If you see the same people over and over again, we know how to break that and get you your past customers back and new customers in front of you very quickly. Okay. All of our people who follow our instructions tell us we have new customers every single week. If you think back in your life, when was the last time I had a brand new customer? That means you need to do the 25 Live Club. Okay. Over and over again, these gals are telling us we have new customers, we have new customers, we have new customers. Okay. We know how to work the algorithms. The old suggestion of go live every day for 30 days and that will help your business, it doesn't work anymore. Okay. If you want to go live every day for 30 days, I don't care. But if you're not understanding how to work algorithms in addition to doing that, you're going to stay stagnant. Okay. So if you feel like you've just had the same customers, comment the word same. I know how to get you out of that rut. I know how to increase your sales. I know how to get new people on your lives, your past customers back. And the energy you have is amazing because your belief system completely changes. You're like, oh my gosh, this is doable. And so things changed and you're trying to do the same thing over and over again. And you're getting the same advice from people. And it's just that they haven't updated their advice. If you have a leader that's the kind of challenges she gives you, please do a 3-way message with me, you, and her. And I'll say, hey, let me give you some new updated information. Leaders are trying the best they can. They're very, very busy. But some of them may just not have this new information about what needs to be done for algorithms and to get more people on your lives. Okay. All of you that comment same, You guys, please, I am telling you, take the 25 Live Club. All of you, Latria, I know Deborah's on here. There's several of you. Tell them how your business has changed during that 25 Live Club. These gals were in the $100 and $200, $300 a month, and now over $1,000 some. And Deborah, if I remember right, you were at $2,000 last month, and it's just going up from there. Okay, let us help you get up to that 4,000. So you can
Michelle,
add ads. Yeah, go for
may
it.
I answer a question? There was a
Please.
few questions. One, someone, I don't know, I can't remember who it was right now, but she was asking, she said she always has, she's talking about engagement. And so every time she got engagement or post an engagement, she always got like 2 or 3 comments. So I just wanted to address that quickly, if that's okay with you. And then there's another person that's asking me, what do I sell? So I'll start with the engagement first. So with the engagement, one of the things Michelle taught me to do, this takes time, right, is to constantly keep being engaged with your customers and keep posting. You want to post engaging questions, but in order for you to do all of that, you have to be consistent every day in doing your live shows or however you plan your week. Your customers wants to know that you are there and you are active. Everything on Facebook has a lot to do with how active you are on there. So you have to be engaged with them all the time. Now, you want to sell your product, but you don't want to bombard your customers. Oh, well, I'm selling this. This is the new item. You want to really be genuine about the love that you have for your customers and for your business. And so you want to post engaging things. Like if you look at my pages, there was times when I just had 3 people would comment on a post that I post for a new item. I may post that I went to a restaurant. I may take a picture in a necklace and I might post it. Whereas if you look at my posts now, because of the consistency of my relationship with my clients, you will see that everybody can't wait for me to post something, whether it's my food, I went to New York to my dad's birthday, a new outfit I'm wearing, or new items that came in. It's all about the engagement. Even the trivia questions that we do all the time, they can't wait for those things to come in. So that's something that takes time to build. And again, the program teaches you how to do that very well. For what I sell anywhere from I am very big into statement jewelry. I sell very limited amount of clothing, but I do selective clothing. I am big in my own line, which is my eyewear, my t-shirts, and I'm working on 2 other pieces to add to that. And of course, I do little different things here and there. So just the normal things you will find in a boutique.
Did you mention your handbags?
And my handbags. Yes, I'm big in
You do a
handbags
lot
and
of
my
handbags.
jewelry. Yeah. And of course, I'm doing my own brand as well. You can, if I think Michelle did say it before, you can follow and like my page so that way you can see what I do. It's a good way to look at somebody that's already doing it and how they're doing it. And I also do a lot of inspirational talks on my live, and I do talk about my business and I share my growth. I don't share numbers with people. This is the first time I've actually shared my numbers publicly like that. I am not big into sharing numbers, and I'm not one of those business owners who are making money, so I'm going to go crazy living the lavish life. I have goals, and I'm very humble as to where God is taking me. I work with Michelle every week, and so everything that she's teaching me in each of our programs, I just apply it to my live shows and to my social media, because that's where it is right now.
All you have to do to get her link to her page, is comment #queen. We will send you a message and the link to her page will be in there. So comment #queen and make sure you click on that and you'll see that. Okay. All right. Somebody asked what the 25 Live Club is. The 25 Live Club is a 12-week course that helps you to get your engagement up with the goal of getting at least 25 congruent live viewers. Okay. When I met Natasha, well, not when I met, the last time we started working together in January, she was hovering around 20-ish viewers. She's so excited. She's at over 100 now. Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember her like, I want to be over 100. And I'm like, okay, give it
Every
some
time I
time.
meet
Like, we're
Michelle, I'm
working on
like,
it.
Michelle, I'm still at 20. What's happening? And she's like, don't worry, Natasha, we'll get there. And then I got there. It's just an amazing thing to see.
Yeah. But she puts that energy out there. If I say jump, she says how high and how many times.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
she's an incredibly hard worker.
Yeah.
She connects with people, great customer service. Like, Yes, I help her with the technology part. I help her get in front of new and different people, and then she keeps them. Okay, so that's her niche. My niche is to help her just get in front of new people, and then she keeps them around. Okay, yeah. So if you need to get in front of new people, if you're having, so many of you just commented the word same. What happens when you sign up for the 25 Live Club? You're going to get an email. It has a link. It's called a magic link. When you click on that, it logs you right into our program. And then you're going to have like 12 different tips on how to increase your algorithms organically. All right. With those 12 tips, you come and you talk to me every week for 12 weeks on Zoom, and I help you take those tips and customize them for your business. So no matter what you sell, this will help you. I even had a gal who couldn't go live. It was the silliest thing. She switched her phone and computer at the same time, and Facebook's like, we don't recognize any of your devices. And Facebook wouldn't let her go live for a month. And she was selling like crazy in her stories just from pictures, because her algorithms were up so high thanks to our 25 Live Club. Okay. Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. It was so incredible. Okay. The 25 Live Club is all about, no matter where you're at right now, you might be at $50 in sales a month. You might be at $200 in sales a month. You might even be at $2,000 in sales a month. But everyone who works with us and follows our advice by the next month is up by about $1,000 a month in sales. We know how to get you in front of different, new, and your past customers in a very short amount of time. So in 30 days, imagine how you'd feel if 30 days from now you're making $1,000 more in sales. How excited would you be? Okay. Mm-hmm. I want you to comment excited if you would be super excited if a month from now you were doing $1,000 more in sales. You guys, if you do that, the class is $397. It's paid for in your first month. All you have to do is afford that first payment of $97 today, and huge things can happen. Okay. So that's those of you that are under $2,000 in sales. Okay. If you're over $2,000 in sales, if your engagement is pretty good, it's time to add some technology to it. Adding the mini chat in the Facebook ads class, $597 or 4 payments of $167. We're going to help you set up your mini chat. The awesome thing is we're going to start helping you run some ads that are going to get you in front of new people. And that's happening while you're sleeping. Okay. We're getting new people into your bot all the time. I have another boutique owner I'm working with, and she was at about $1,500 in sales, and now is up to $10,000 in sales, all because of the shift we made with mini chat and Facebook ads. It's so exciting, you guys. There's a time and a place for everything. We take you one step at a time. Look where she's at now, $45,000 in sales in August, in a summer month, you guys. Okay. I can't imagine what your sales are going to be for Christmas time.
And that is coming through surgery in July, right? 6 weeks of recovery. So, there was one person that said that when I can afford it. So here's the thing, friends, and I address you guys as queens, and I believe that's what we all are, and I treat you as such. So I'm going to address you as queens and kings if there's any on here. I was one of those people who we tend to sit back and say, well, I can't afford it and I can't afford it. The minute you open your mouth and say to yourself, I can't afford something that you want to do, you are putting yourself in a box right there. A lot of people ask me how is it that I got so successful, and how is it that my business was able to grow this quickly? It is by my willpower. It is me training myself to be consistent in the things that I want. It is me reading and doing research and learning myself as a human being and about business. It is about me reading and educating myself on how I will get to where I go. In my business as a boutique owner, because I'm on social media, Michelle is somebody that I needed. So I invest, and I've had, again, here comes that $420 after taxes. Okay. I took 10% because I was reading this book right here, and I want you guys to write these books down because I want you to also get these books and read them. So this one is We Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. Absolutely gorgeous. You can also find him on YouTube as well. He has some great teaching tool. And this book taught me how to save 10% out of the income that I was making, and then I started to save 10% out of the live shows that I was making. Didn't even think about that before. I was just investing because I thought, oh, I want to be successful, so I got to invest. No, I was working. So I had to pay myself first. And I started paying myself that 10%. And that is that 10% of each of my salary is what afforded Michelle. It's what's paying Michelle right now. So when we want to move ahead and we want to get structured and we want to be successful, we have to be able to prepare to make sacrifices. And telling yourself now that I can't do it is going to just shut the door in your face, because remember I said earlier, what you put out there is what's going to come back to you. If this is something that you want for yourself, just please believe in yourself that you're going to do it. I couldn't figure out where I was going to get 10,000 when this guy said to me, "Oh, you're going to invest $10,000." Imagine you had $10,000 in your hand. And I remember last July I'm sitting outside in the porch by myself and I'm like, I can't even have $10 in my account. Where in God's name am I going to get $10,000 from?
Mm-hmm.
And within 3 months of me saying that, I could go to the bank and take $10,000 out of my account and invest it into something to bring me where I am right now, almost 200 and something thousand dollars in sales. It's not even the end of the year yet. This is just 8 months of me working my business and investing wisely and smartly. If you're in social media and your business, that's where you want to be, because that's where businesses are going right now. Okay?
Yep, exactly. Hold up the book right in front of the camera so people can see, because it's
Sure.
been off center.
Well,
Stop right there. Oop, go to the left. Go back. Right there. Hold it right there first. Oop, go back. It's there, right there. Okay, the 25 Live Club. So then go ahead and grab the other book. The 25 Live Club. Okay, my friends, there are 12 recorded modules that you jump in and you can watch them as fast as you would like. Okay, then you get to come to 12. We call them they're Zoom calls, and they're so much fun. You guys, the energy is great. People are working smart. Sometimes they're struggling with things, and I help them come up with ideas, and they get over the humps. Okay, so you get both recorded and support. And the really cool thing is there's both a morning and an evening one on the 25 Live Club. Okay, all right, let's do our winners on our t-shirts for shares. Thank you for starting Revolution. When you hear your name, let us know you're here. You do have to be present to win. So we have Tara McDuffie.
oh,
We have, do you know her?
yeah.
Antoinette Franklin. Wendy. Oh, Wendy, you know who you are. I'm so sorry. I cannot say your last name right. But Miss Wendy girl, so glad you're here. It's Wendy with Lila Rose. You know who you are, girl. And Lori Lomba, Lomba, Miss Lori. So Tara and Porter will put those names in the comments. So Miss Tara McDuffie, Antoinette Franklin, Wendy with Lila Rose, and Lori Lomba. Thank you so much for helping us spread the love. Show them your Queen t-shirt, what they're going to get again.
So this is one of them that I am wearing. So it says Queen. It has the crown at the top. And I have them in different colors. And they run from small to 3X. But in my second batch that is coming, I'm going to have them from small to 6Xs. And that will be here in October.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Danae, I would suggest you make sure you comment #Queen and go and watch her lives. She said, would you coach on how to sell my own eyewear? So realize I'm the business coach. Natasha has her own business. She's here to share with you her results. please don't message her and ask her for free coaching advice. Not that she couldn't coach people, but she's busy running her own boutique. I'm the coach, so you can ask me about coaching. But please go watch her on her lives and see how she does sell. And her lives are all there. You can go find a recorded one where she does. And people love her eyewear. So go check out what she's done, okay? Because she's done all the research behind it and stuff. All right. So one thing I bet some of you are wondering, which of these is the best fit for you? If you're curious which is the best fit, which program, go ahead and comment the word fit, F-I-T, if you can't quite decide which to do. It's not too hard though. If you're under $2,000 in sales a month and you're not anywhere close to 25 live viewers and you have the same people getting on every time, you need to do the 25 live club. Okay. You guys, anyone, it doesn't matter if you're at $50, $200, even $3,000. If you see the same people over and over again, you need to learn to work your algorithms and get different people on. The 25 Live Club. Oh, I forgot to tell you, there's a huge bonus. For the first 10 people that sign up for the 25 Live Club, we give you a year's worth of story images. So they're vertical, right? Getting people to comment on your stories goes to Messenger, and it's huge for your algorithms. And so it's $147 value. The class is $347 or 4 payments of $97. Just like Natasha said, she says, you got to love on people. You got to love on people. You got to love on people. Okay. This is where you have to start. This is going to teach you how to love on people in a way that both makes them like you and makes Facebook like you and helps Facebook will share you with more people. Okay.
May I say something, Michelle?
Yes, please.
So I know a lot of you are resonating with me right now because of my story. And so many of us have a story to tell, right? And so many of us are going through our struggles. But here's what I am not going to do to you. Nothing about today is intentional just for you to buy a program. Everybody have asked me since I started my journey. And if you look at my Facebook, my business page right now is almost 4,000 followers. I'm thinking by the time all of you are done, because I'm pretty sure some of you are going to go follow me, I'm probably going to be at 4,000, right? When it comes to doing business and changing anything that you want to change in your world, you can do it. Okay, you just have to know what it is you want to do and you have to go at it. I'm telling you right now, if I wrote a book on my life, they will make a movie about it, and it's coming. Okay, that is in my dream to come. And so I had to make sacrifices to get to, I didn't just get to 40,000 overnight. I set goals, and one of my biggest goals, one of the first person I hired was Michelle, because I knew if I'm going to go live, I wanted to retire myself from the hospital because I wasn't happy there, and I just couldn't afford that job anymore. It wasn't paying me anything, and I didn't want to go to bed crying when my husband is laying next to me sleeping. It wasn't about my husband, it wasn't about my children, it wasn't about Michelle, it wasn't about anything but me as a human being. And after going through everything that I have been through and lost myself along the way, God had to have had a purpose for me. And if I couldn't just have all these dreams about wanting to be in fashion and seeing myself in front of thousands of people, telling them my story and writing a book and meeting Oprah one day, I had to figure out me. And so here I am. And anything that you are about to invest in, you have to know why you're investing in it. What is your goal for investing? What is your intentions and where you want to go? And you got to start setting those goals. And I am telling you, every time somebody say to me, will you train me? And my husband and I, we discuss this all the time, and he says it to me. People, so many people reached out to me even before I told numbers. This is the first time in a year I'm telling numbers publicly about how much money I'm making. It's not something that I do. But when people ask me that, this is what I want to say to you. Here is what I showed you where I was in January. And this is where I'm at right now. If I did not have surgery, I am pretty sure July I would have been at $60,000 in sales. But that's commitment, it's hard work, it's time of thinking and planning and working along with someone like Michelle and my accountant to make sure that my business is structured. So please, if you're wanting to move forward with your life, if you're wanting to invest in your business, you have to sit down, seriously think about what it is you want to do. And even when you hire Michelle, Michelle can teach you and Michelle can tell you what to do. But here's my advice to you. If you do not do it, if you do not get up every day with that purpose and that fire in your soul that you can do this, Michelle is only there to build you. You are the one that has to put your hard work in there. So these are the things that I have been doing that is making me successful. This is the social media guru is what I call her. And if I didn't hire her, I would probably still be at 20 viewers because I didn't know how to operate Facebook like that. So an investment was made. And I pay, can I say how much I pay every month? Is that okay?
Yeah.
I pay Michelle 400 and is it $87 or something like that? Almost
450.
$500 a month. I
Mhm.
hired Michelle not just for 3 months, not just for 2 weeks, not just for the duration of a 6-month program, for 1 year. And she said, "You sure, Natasha?" I said, "Yes, Michelle." Now, Michelle knows this much about me that when I come to her with something, I am going to do it. I am prepared to work at it. And so we set goals every single week that we have a meeting for my business. And if I fall short on something, you bet your life I pick up with it the next week. Okay, so yes, I know. Remember again, I came from a $420 salary and I put away that 10%. That was last July. I hired Michelle in June in January. So I was saving that money. And then all the times that my lives are building up itself and my business is building, I can write a check to Michelle now and I can probably pay her off for the whole year and I wouldn't have to worry about it. It's all about structuring and setting goals. And when you make investments, you want to make sure that it is the right investment for your business. Social media is, those of you who are live, those of you who have a boutique, social media is the way you want to go with your business. If you want to invest money and you want to make money, because here's the thing with us, a lot of people think we make money and we want to hold on to it. You love
Mhm.
people. Listen to me carefully. You love those people that are putting that money into your pocket, and then you let that money work for you because it's only then will you see the returns of your work. Okay? So if you want to invest in something, trust and believe social media is where you want to invest. I know nothing about social media, darlings, so I went and I hired the best, and I'm learning from her.
Natasha's so amazing. Girl, can everybody give Natasha a huge, 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 huge thank you for being here, being
Thank
vulnerable and share your story. Some people cannot talk that honestly about hard things that's happened in their life. For some people, it's just like, that's just not, one of my hard things is we had a baby that died at birth about 45 minutes after he was born. And I have friends that, have had similar things and just absolutely cannot talk about it.
Mhm.
You can ask me anything. I will love by you. I will walk next to you. I'm not going to say my things anywhere nearly as hard as what Natasha's been through.
Mhm.
But the fact that she's here and willing to share her story and it brings up emotion. I don't know about any of you. It's tiring. It takes a lot of energy out
Yeah.
of you, out of
Yeah.
anyone to share your vulnerability in your story. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
first of all, please thank her for sharing her story and being willing to be so honest. I'm sure whatever you're going through, you went, you know what? I bet I can do more with where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what we want you to know. Your heart is your heart, and your heart is hard. We're never
Yeah.
going to minimize it, but we
Mhm.
want you to know you can do things despite your hard. Okay. You can come out of it. You can, and you know what? Natasha and I still have our own hards right now, we're not hard free. That's the same.
No.
It's not going perfectly smoothly. There's no success story that's smooth. If it's not smooth, no, you're probably on the right road. Okay. People like, if it's not going right, does that mean that I must be on the wrong road? No, it probably means you're on the right road when obstacles come up.
Yeah.
Please know, you guys, anything's possible. I remember, I feel like it's a switch that you flip in your head where you go, I'm going to stop just scrolling Facebook. I'm going to stop being creatively busy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to finally do the income producing activities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The 25 Live Club, the mini chat and the ads. These are the income producing activities that will get you to whatever your goal is. And I bet a lot of you have this like, I want to do $45,000 in sales, but you barely let yourself say, I'd be really excited if I got to 2,000 in sales. I promise you, when you hit that 2,000, what happens, Natasha?
Oh my
You're
gosh.
like, I'm going to hit
Remember when I
2,500 now.
You remember
right?
when I hit my first 5,000? What I did? I went to Michelle screaming, "Michelle, I made $5,000 today! Oh my goodness!"
Yes.
And here's the thing, you want to be grateful for every aspect of your growth, and you will have your down days and you will have your up days. My advice to you is, please don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. And let me tell you something. If I'm talking to people of faith on here, and I'm pretty sure I am, hold on to your faith, because God can do amazing, amazing, amazing things. If any of my clients are here, and I'm sure a few of them are here, very much so, they will tell you I have grown right before their eyes. Even Michelle share a tear every time
Oh,
I
yeah.
sit with her, and this is my coach. And it's like, Natasha, I can't believe you're doing this, but it's my persistency and the fact that I know what it is I want, and I don't sit and feel sorry for myself, and I don't have anybody to give it to me. I never had. And so I have learned that the one person and the one consistent in my life is my God. That is my faith. And so I just believe in myself that I can do whatever it is I put my mind to, whether it's a pass or not. You know what? A pass is what it is, and we are who we are. It doesn't define us, and it doesn't have to hold us back from what is in the future. That's why we have a past and we have a future. So now I was in that middle, and I just moved from that middle and just decided to go forward. And God has been putting me before so many people. And again, when we talk about mini chat, here's what I want you guys to understand. It's not just Michelle is just talking about mini chat, sending out the messages and engagement. But when you invest in those ads, I have been recognized a big time on Facebook, and it's by the ads that I send out. It's by the giveaways that I do. People sign up with me every single day. That's something that I pay for every day. Okay. I have had opportunities to go to fashion shows. I am going to be, and you guys are going to be blown away. My eyewear line, NLB Never Left Behind, is going to be in one of music biggest videos and one of TV's biggest shows right now. And just me, this girl that came from nothing, and everybody told me I would be nobody. I believed in myself, and I invest in a person that can put me out there, and my hard work and her blessings and her guidance is getting me to where I want to be. It's beyond my wildest dreams right now. So it's not only about the money, it's about what you will get in return. It will blow your mind out of the waters. Watch and see. Trust and believe that.
It's amazing. In order for 25 Live Club to work, do you need your website to be up and running? I don't believe no. No. You don't need a website to be successful.
You need
don't.
a business page.
You need a business page.
You need a business
You guys, I never even send anyone to my website anymore. My website's actually out of date and kind of a hot mess. No, it is like true story. You do not need a website. Okay. You're going live. You're talking to people. That's where you do sales.
Mm-hmm.
The mini chat, we want to make sure you're putting new products somewhere on a website or a business page. But even getting up over that, most people buy right from your lives or from your page, right, Natasha? That's where most of your sales come from.
Yeah.
This is not about needing a website. You
Nope.
never will hear me talk about that.
The numbers that I am telling
Yep.
you guys about right now is from my live shows. And I promise you, this has nothing to do. My website sale is not even added in the numbers that I just gave you. All of the sales
Yep.
that I have had and what we're talking about right now that is attached to my PayPal, this is all my live shows consistently. And I go
Yep.
live. And here's the thing, if you want to be successful on a live show, you cannot do a live show for an hour and be successful. You have to put aside time every single day. First, you have to decide how long you want to go live for. You want to decide how much money you want to make on each live. You want to have the products. I don't do what everybody does. If you follow me, you'll see I'm my own queen. I have my own stuff. I do my own thing in my own rights. I'm not about what other people do. I don't sit and watch other people. If I watch other people, it's because there is something that I want to learn from them. Other than that, I don't waste time because your time is precious on doing things that I have no gain from. Okay? So you have to decide how much money you want to make. You have to decide how you're going to sell that product. And if it is that you want to go live, you have to decide how many days you want to go live. And if you're going to go, you don't have to go live for, I went live for 1 day. And then I went live from 1 day to 2 day. And I've been longing to go live. I told Michelle my goal is to go live 5 days. Sometimes I go 7 days for the week. And Michelle, I just went live 7 days for the week. You don't even realize it because you get so sucked into it. You know, I haven't gone to the hospital to work since May of this year. I basically retired myself from that job and paying myself. And I want to tell you guys something right now. You know that $420? I paid my bills every month for the past couple of months, and I never have to worry about how those bills. Sometimes I pay the bill and I forgot that I paid the bill. I will still, oh, I got to pay. Oh, no, you paid it already. Because of my consistency and my hard work and my determination, setting goals for myself, reading these books right here. And I didn't show you guys the number one book, okay? This is my number one book. I choose a scripture in this book and I read it faithfully day and night, morning and evening. And that is how I pace myself. I told you guys I struggled a little bit with my reading. So I give myself a little bit at a time. So you got to structure yourself. You got to know when you want to go live, how long you want to go live for, and just be consistent. If you show up for your customers are going to show up for you. And you would be able to afford someone like Michelle to grow your business to where you want to be. I see all of us winning. And my purpose for doing this live today is to inspire and encourage business owners who have been coming to me and asking me, what do I do? I wanted to bring her as just as much as she wanted to bring me. This is what I do. This is the people that I'm investing in. This is the programs that I'm doing. And this is how I invest my time and money to make sure that I am successful. That's what I do. A lot of the times I was saying that my husband and I talk about it all the time. People come to me and they ask me, what do you do? And when I tell them, oh, I'm going to do that. Well, if one person out of 12 people that I talk to for hours on the phone do what I tell them to do, I'd be very lucky. Because the minute they hear invest, the minute they hear register, the minute they hear get an EIN number, the minute they hear, oh, I'm going to have to pay taxes, guess what? They're ready to back out of it. Every single thing about my business is legal and legitimate. There is nothing that no one can tell me that is unturned. I branded myself. That was the last thing I did. I invest my money wisely and I keep moving with God's spirit. And that's how I flow every single day now.
Amen. What she said. So a couple things. Somebody is asking the question, if you don't have a website. So when people claim things, everybody has their own system for how they track that. They send them an invoice. There are different things like PayPal and Square. They pay and then you ship it out to them.
Yes.
So that's a whole topic for another day.
That process is a whole topic.
Yeah. We are brainstorming about creating how to start a boutique program for creative success systems. So we'll let you know if and when we do have that, but those are some things. You guys, and I'm just going to say this, like somebody asked, how do you start your own how do you get your own line created or whatever. You guys, there isn't anything of those kinds that you can't Google. Okay. Google, make sure you find other people to kind of listen to. There's always going to be, you guys watch Shark Tank. Okay. Seriously, Shark Tank, like they constantly have people that have created their own products. But there's lots and lots and lots of places to glean from other people's wisdom. If you have an awesome idea, just be really wise about it. Depending on what they're charging you. And I mean, it's a whole thing, and it's not something I can give you a ton of advice on. And we're not going to ask Natasha to take all her sacrifice, all the hours she has sacrificed in learning how to do this. She's not going to give you advice for free. That's not fair to ask for. Okay. So there is a way to figure it out, though. She's doing it. Okay. So I want you to have hope that there is a way to do it. The information is out there. Okay. If that's something you like, you just really felt led to do, and you feel like that is your next step, go for it. Okay. We absolutely believe in you. Okay. I know, I love Shark Tank. Google that stuff. Exactly, Felicia. Exactly. Okay. Last plug real quick. Remember the 25 Live Club. When you sign up while I'm live here, you will get the year's worth of stories. It's like 750 images. We have a graphic designer make them for us. And so you're going to get those for free. So make sure you get signed up now. You won't get them if you sign up after the live. And then we have the mini chat and ads class. Okay. Some of you are interested in working with me one-on-one. We'll be sending a bunch of messages this afternoon. Those of you that want to do the class style, it is $597 or 4 payments of $167. You guys, this will take your business to a level that you couldn't even imagine when you work it smart. Okay. ManyChat is an amazing tool to let people know about your lives. You know how many people come to you and say, I didn't know you were live. I didn't get the notification. This keeps you in front of people. Okay. We're going to teach you how to run those ads and do a lookalike audience ad. We're going to make sure you can talk to people while you're live. When they comment on your live, you can send a message and connect with them. All sorts of cool things we're going to help you with. And that's how Natasha took it from the 4,000 to the 45,000 a month. Okay. Yes, Stacy, I see you. I'm so excited. What do you call the icon you have on the screen that says Mushroom King? The word says so. This service I'm using right here with the banner up here, and the this is called what is this thing called down below me? Anyway, a crawler. That's what it's called. That I'm using BeLive TV, BeLive.tv. And it's an awesome service. I go live on my computer. You can go live on your phone. I just haven't used it much, so I don't know how that one works, but it's a lot of fun. So I love my little stuff here, especially when people come on they're scrolling and they're like, I wonder what that live is about. Then they can see it really quickly, what we've been talking about. Okay. All right. Everybody give Natasha a big, big, big thank you. Isn't she just amazing and inspiring? Natasha, I love working with you. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of your journey. I can't even tell you how much I appreciate getting to see your growth and your wisdom and it's so exciting. I absolutely love it. I love seeing you glow. Her countenance, her confidence, oh my goodness, changed so much over the last 2 years. It's truly, truly amazing and blessing to get to work with you. So thank you.
Well, you know how I feel about you. I love and appreciate you and all that you've done for me too. So thank you very much.
Big hearts, my friend. Mm-hmm. All right. Please, if you need to chat with us, first of all, if you commented #Queen, you got a message from us, just message us. Say, this is what I'm thinking. Please let us know if you are ready to invest. If you're just there to tell us that you can't afford it and you're not ready, you know what? I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, wait to talk to us till you're ready to invest. Okay. We have a lot of messages to reply to. We want to help you whenever you're ready. We do these lives. If this is the first time on our page, go to my video section, There are tons and tons and tons and tons of free videos in there that will talk to you about algorithms and recruiting and reels and so many different things. Okay. We give tons of free content. I mean, tons. Almost everyone who watches multiple coaches says I give a lot more free advice than most people do. Mostly it's you should come sign up with me for an hour. Okay. I do that at the very, very end, and I give you tons of free advice. So if you're not ready to invest, you guys go watch those videos. Okay. Find one thing that sounds like a good idea and go try it for a while. If you are ready to invest and you're just not sure which one to do, send us a message. We're going to have a conversation with you and help you figure out what to do next and where to go with your goals. Okay. We're here to support you. Whether you're, supporting means you watch our recorded videos for now, or you're ready to work with us and invest. Okay. Rochelle, you have to message the page, love, so that we can look that up for you. Commenting here, we won't be able to have a good conversation if you hear. Guys, send the business page a message, okay? All right. Thank you, you guys. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Everybody tell Natasha one more thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, guys, and I hope I was able to help most of you today, and I wish you much success in your business. And please like and follow my page, and of course you can also watch my videos. I also do a lot of inspirational talking on my platform, so you can also get that encouragement there too. Okay, I love you guys, and I hope that you guys will have nothing but success. Okay, thank you for having me, Michelle.
Thank you for joining me. Bye, guys. Have a blessed day.